To address the growing threat of ballistic missile attack, the Missile Defense Agency, MDA, is engaged in the comprehensive testing of a variety of ballistic missile defense systems to provide a layered defense for our country. This testing includes a sea-based mid-course defense program. To ensure the success of this new sea-based initiative, MDA assembled an experienced, diverse government Navy industry team to develop and test the evolving missile defense system. With 3 at-sea missile tests successfully completed, the team and test ship meet in Hawaii in January 2002 to prepare for a 4th test. FM-2. Beginning in the 1990s, efforts were underway to extend the shield of existing Aegis ships beyond their mission of fleet defense to provide this important new ballistic missile defense capability. Designed with the powerful and flexible Spy-1 radar and Aegis weapon system built by Lockheed Martin, it was recognized that these components form the backbone command and control center of a mobile, at-sea ballistic missile defense system. New computer programs were developed by engineers for the Aegis system to detect and track ballistic missile targets in the exo-atmosphere, working at the Navy's Aegis Combat System Engineering Development Site, or CSEDS, located in Moorestown, New Jersey. To complete this sea-based ballistic missile defense system solution, a new missile design was needed to intercept incoming hostile ballistic missiles above the Earth's atmosphere. Raytheon, builder of the proven 2-stage endo-atmospheric SM-2 Block 4 anti-air defense missile used in the Aegis weapon system, developed this new missile, the Standard Missile 3, into a 4-stage exo-atmospheric ballistic missile interceptor designed to work with the enhanced Aegis system. Since the beginning of the development of this new system, the components and computer programs have undergone numerous tests. These tests have been conducted at land-based test sites for the development of new computer programs and the Standard Missile 3. Also, using the Aegis combat system configured with new computer programs, additional tracking exercises were conducted by operational Aegis ships at sea. Testing of the at-sea missile defense system now centers around a series of 9 Aegis Leap Intercept, or ALI, flight missions conducted off the Hawaiian coast in the Pacific Missile Test Range. Lockheed Martin, the combat system engineering agent for the Navy's Program Executive Office for Theater Surface Combatants, coordinated all activities across the FM-2 Navy industry team for this 4th ALI test. In preparation for FM-2, Lockheed Martin's ALI test team members conducted multi-element integration testing, or MEIT, at CSEDS, testing new computer program modifications before installation on the Aegis test ship in order to mitigate mission risks. Across the country in Arizona, Raytheon's ALI test team members were preparing the SM-3's kinetic warhead, or KW, for the key test during the FM-2 test event. Could the KW successfully maneuver in space using its solid divert and attitude control system, or SDAX propulsion system? An important series of SDAX ground qualification tests and a strap-down integration test of a live KW was conducted, ensuring the SDAX and integrated KW design of the SM-3 were ready for FM-2. Final preparations for FM-2 take place late December and early January 2002 in Hawaii during Waterfront Integration Testing, or WIT, on board the Aegis test ship USS Lake Erie. Since the ship has served as the test bed platform for earlier ALI tests, it has undergone extensive modification in order to support flight mission testing. Modifications included additional cabling to support the installation of test and data gathering equipment, and the installation of satellite communications equipment needed to transmit and receive telemetry and other data to support testing. During WIT, the SM-3 Inert Operational Missile, or IOM, is loaded into a monitored cell of the vertical launching system, where testing of the primary firing cell verifies end-to-end functionality. The Telemetry Data Acquisition and Analysis Shelter, or TDAS, a key element in the data gathering effort of the ALI tests, is onloaded and positioned inside the helo hangar. Numerous rehearsals in port and at sea are conducted with the Aegis combat system, involving ship's force as well as ALI team members from NAVSEA's Dahlgren and Port Hueneme divisions, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory, and other naval agencies. Finally, as part of the MDA Navy Management Oversight Process, a Mission Control Panel, or MCP, is held, evaluating technical mission aspects to ensure proper program management before FM-2 begins.
This is a very important meeting. We know how to do this. We've done this before. And I just want to emphasize that we want to continue to do business the way we always have, and that is to bring out every detail we can at the MCP to make sure that we're ready to fire on or about the 25th of January.
On January 22nd, USS Lake Erie, with its officers, crew, and the ALI team depart for the Pacific Missile Test Range. Before heading out to open seas, one final stop is made at Naval Magazine Pearl Harbor, where the SM-3 used for the test is loaded into its designated cell of the vertical launching system. What you are about to see is actual video, audio, film, and instrumentation data taken to document this fourth ALI test event. SM-3 operation throughout portions of its flight is displayed in model form driven by actual real-time missile telemetry data. Missile flight coverage provided by both the Cast Glance and Halo airborne systems is shown and identified in the video. As a background, a close-up view is shown of an Aegis large screen display used by the Tactical Action Officer. The symbols on this display are derived from the ship's Spy-1 radar. A yellow circle and text are used as visual identifiers, added to help explain what the symbols mean. It is important to note that the FM-2 test was executed by the officers and crew at their battle stations aboard a deployed Navy combat ship. 1 year ago, aboard the USS Lake Erie, after the successful FTR-1A ballistic missile test, the commanding officer spoke about a forthcoming test, FM-2.
Well, the next step in Lake Erie's role in this mission is to complete a follow-on mission, which will be even more challenging than the previous mission. In the next mission, we'll continue to use the SM-3 missile and evaluate the ability of the kinetic warhead to guide itself and propel itself toward the intercept.
Now, 1 year later, the captain and his crew, along with other agency and contract support personnel, are ready for their new mission. As the ship's force and ALI team members make final preparation for FM-2, they are addressed on the eve of the test event.
And the one thing that you guys have that you don't see in a lot of other programs and in a lot of other test programs is you've got a team attitude and a team spirit that you've now brought this Lake Erie crew into, that you've maintained for almost 10 years now, and that's unprecedented.
Some 300 miles off the coast of Kauai on the Pacific Missile Test Range, CG-70 awaits a green range, indicating the test can begin. Back at the Pacific Missile Range facility in Kauai, under an overcast sky, an Ares ballistic missile target sits on its launch pad, undergoing final countdown. In preparation for the FM-2 engagement, the ship's force, using the Aegis weapon system, sets up a spy radar ballistic missile search sector as the Ares target missile is about to be launched.
4, 3, 2, 1. Target launch.
A side-mounted camera provides a view as the target climbs above the cloud cover, showing just how high it flies and indicates the attitude of the missile. The Aegis weapon system detects the target as it breaks the radar horizon while it's still in its boost phase at a range of more than 250 miles. The spy radar transitions to tracking the target.
Target burnout.
A fire control solution for intercepting the ballistic missile target is calculated and provided to the operator by the Aegis weapon system. For approximately 5 minutes after target detection, the Aegis weapon system continuously updates the fire control solution as the Spy-1 radar tracks the target in preparation for missile launch. The SM-3 missile is selected by the Missile System Supervisor, or MSS.
All stations, MSS stand by for fire authorization.
Just prior to launch, the missile is initialized with GPS data and also position and velocity data for the target and the missile.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, fire authorized.
All stage attack missile away.
The Spy-1 radar system quickly acquires and tracks the SM-3 missile. A short time afterwards, the booster burns out and separates.
Booster separate. Step 186, please.
The Aegis weapon system provides acceleration commands via spy radar uplink message data to the SM-3 missile, keeping the missile on a target intercept path.
Track number 2010.
In the upcoming steps of SM-3 flight, 3 critical events will occur. The second stage will burn out and separate. The Aegis weapon system will provide the missile with both the missiles and the target's position and velocity data. And the missile will use that data to perform the first of 2 pulse burns.
Phase 2 uplinks. 182, step 191 in progress. Stage 2, 3 separation.
This first pulse occurs when the missile is in the exo-atmosphere, increasing the missile's velocity and directional control. Missile guidance employs GPS-aided navigation in the third stage. And the Aegis weapon system provides the missile with the time duration for coasting. While coasting, the missile performs a pitch maneuver and ejects the nose cone. Next, the second pulse burn performs the final velocity increase and course correction to put the missile on a collision course with the target. At completion of the second pulse burn, the third stage attitude control orients the missile so that it points at the target. Next, the kinetic warhead, or KW, separates from the third stage, stabilizes its attitude, points to the line of sight to target, and acquires target's image. Because of the spy radar accuracy, the Aegis weapon system is able to put the target dead center in the SM-3's infrared seeker field of view. The square around the target image indicates that the target is now in track and divert guidance has commenced. The kinetic warhead impacts the Ares target. It's a direct target hit. Here is a slow motion replay of the target impacted by the KW. This view, recorded by the Halo airborne system, shows the SM-3's third stage rocket motor, or TISRM, is clearly visible. Traveling downward from the top of the screen is the Ares target. Because of the small size of the KW, it is not visible. The bright flash is evidence of the KW impacting the target as the TISRM continues to fly to eventual atmospheric re-entry. In the KW IR seeker view, the square around the target image indicates that the target is now in track and divert guidance has commenced. Because of the spy radar accuracy, the Aegis weapon system is able to put the target dead center in the SM-3's infrared seeker field of view. Target features are clearly visible in the last IR seeker frame, received through telemetry prior to impact. Performance is beyond all expectations as the Aegis weapon system spy radar continues to track the debris after impact to verify target destruction. As proved in the previous FTR-1A test, the precision fire control and guidance accuracy necessary for a ballistic missile intercept is repeated by Aegis. And as demonstrated for the first time at sea, a kinetic warhead impacts a ballistic missile target in space at a distance greater than 150 miles. Unquestionably, the primary test objective to prove the successful operation of a kinetic warhead in conjunction with the Aegis weapon system is achieved.
Today was a really exciting time. It was a time where I think we witnessed the dawn of missile defense from the sea. You know, a new mission area for the Navy. This really demonstrated the ability of the Navy to do highly technical work, to exploit the capabilities of the Aegis combat system. With the investment we've made over the years, it gives us the opportunity to exploit the capability of already 50 Aegis cruisers and destroyers and 25 more Aegis destroyers to come. It gives us the opportunity to provide a missile defense for America against the threat of being held hostage to missiles being fired by rogue nations. It's just a very exciting time, and I'm so very proud of the entire team that they were able to do this.
I am personally very privileged to have participated in this historic event. It demonstrates once again the superiority of American technology and the SM-3 missile, that something like this can be done. The competence of our contractor community and the professional skill of the U.S. Navy, and in particular today, the captain and the officers and the crew of the USS Lake Erie.
With the successful completion of FM-2, the Missile Defense Agency, the Navy, and contractor team have completed another milestone along the way in the development of sea-based, mid-course ballistic missile defense, a vital step as our country prepares for the security challenges of the 21st century.